Dang it, I was so close. I almost finished. Okay, so we said that's your first paragraph. You're going to talk about how things were bad, all these problems that they had, and so they're going to create unions, and that leads you into your thesis. They're successful in creating unions, not successful in their goals, okay? So then what I would do for my next paragraph is I would just go into your second thing, talking about the unions. I'd say, so because of all these problems, that's why they create unions, is because there's strength in numbers. Don't forget about that National Trades Union. Like I said, it's one of the most forgettable ones. Everyone always forgets it. I think because it was only around for a year and then it fizzles out. But so I talk about those 3 labor unions. Remember, any facts that you can remember, you want to put in. So if you can remember the names of the guys who led them, if you can remember the years, those are always important things to put in there. The 8, 8, and 8, those are all things that'll get you more points on the essay, okay? So I talk about the 3 labor unions, about how they're trying to achieve their goals because there's strength in numbers. And then my last paragraph, I do the 3 strikes, okay? So you've got to talk about how they never got their goals. So I would start off, I'd talk about the Great Railroad Strike, about how they're going to cut them by 10%, but they never got it because the government intervened. And so you want to make sure, too, that you always point that out. The government intervened. The government sent in troops. That's what stopped it. The strike would have been successful if the government hadn't got in the way by sending those troops. Then talk about the Homestead Strike, about how it dealt with Carnegie, and then finally talk about the Pullman Strike, about how they even got the president involved. And because the government stopped each one of those strikes, they weren't successful in getting their goals. Okay? All right. And then if you got time, always try to wrap it up with a conclusion. And you may even want to, what would make it sound super fancy is if you said, until they can get a president that could be on their side, they could get the government on their side, laborers are not going to see any success. And that's not going to be until Teddy Roosevelt comes about with the progressive era. So it's going to take a little while for laborers to finally get what they want. So you could even allude to that in the future. Now, I'm not going to count off if you don't put that in there, but that's something that you can put in there to just make you sound super smart, a little extra. Okay, guys, so I think that's it. If you got any questions, just text me. I've had a couple of you been texting me on that Remind app. So you're totally welcome to do that. I could answer any of your questions if you got them. Miss Barrett can answer them too. But I know you'll do really well. And then I'll be seeing you guys next week on Monday. All right, have a great day, and I'll see you soon.